Hello, Leo. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for the week of the 23rd of August, 2021. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign for a complete picture of all of the energies that you've got going on this week for your personal chart. I've got a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. Would love to have some more Leo energy in there. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, then they are available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there as well. So let's see what energies you've got. 2 cards to start with here, Leo. The creation of light, things getting easier for you, and watch and listen carefully. Pay great attention. I was just noticing the redness in her face then. Something causing embarrassment here. An embarrassing situation just for some of you. I don't know. But things are getting easier. Watch and listen carefully. So pay attention to the signs that pop up this week. Let's find out more about this for you, Libra. Tell us more for Libra. Vulnerability. There's an embarrassment this week. Something that makes you feel vulnerable. But it will get easier. Watch and listen carefully. Now, this could be someone throwing you under the bus kind of thing when you're in a weak moment. You might want to pay attention to that. So a vulnerable moment, it might get very easy to notice when someone is not there for you, not or even pointing out your flaws or something like that, or just being mean to you. It's that energy of someone kicking you while you're down. Or just, you make a simple mistake and then someone's really nasty to you about it instead of allowing you to be human. Could be something like that. Now, why putting all of these 3 together, watch and listen carefully, pay attention to what they've done. But it's not all about them, it's about you too. So you do that same thing to yourself. You mean to yourself too. Whatever they're showing you that's embarrassing you here, you do that same thing to yourself as well. So it's like a window of own awareness. If they're mean to you, you've got that same thing going on in your head when you trip up. So pay great attention to it because you've got a creation of light here. Things could get easier for you if you don't do that to yourself anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like if we're mean to ourselves, if we've got this running dialogue going on in our heads, Leah, where if we do anything wrong, less than perfect, we're really beating ourselves up in our head, then someone outside of us beats us up. It makes us embarrassed. It makes us feel vulnerable. We're already vulnerable to it because we're already doing it to ourselves. If you're not beating yourself up and someone's mean to you like that, you'd be like, hey, check yourself. Like, you just wouldn't react in the same way. You'd know it was all about them and you wouldn't take it on. But if you're taking something on in your vulnerable moment, if you're letting them kick you when you're down, and it's not just bouncing off you, then that is a sign that you're doing that same thing to yourself as well. Because we don't react emotionally unless we're doing the same thing to ourselves. Knight of Wands, something exciting. Okay, so it could be, it might not be related to this, but you could be moving forward towards something, new relationship, new job, success happening for you, and then someone picking on you. And that might be in your energy, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, not fully believing in it, and then someone else does that same thing to you, and it's like, ouch, you don't believe in me. Again, what I said before, you're not going to emotionally react to what someone does. You're not going to go bright red unless that vulnerability is unless you're already vulnerable, Someone can't kick you if you're down if you're not already down. Do you know what I mean? If you don't let it get you down. So the universe is trying to help you out of dodge here, out of choppy waters. So there's a vulnerability that you've got here that's being highlighted this week. It's like the universe shining a spotlight on it saying, Leah, this is how you make yourself vulnerable because you're kind of mean to yourself. And it's time to turn around that internal dialogue that you've got or that inner meanness that you've got and start loving yourself, quite frankly. What else is going on for Leo? Oh, I thought there's 2 cards then. 5 of Swords, so chaos and confusion. Let's get another one out for you. What else for Leo? I was convinced that there was 2 cards out there. 6 of Pentacles. Should watch the Scorpio reading. I shuffled the cards and I didn't like the card that came out, so I put it back in, shuffled like 5 more rounds, and the same card came out. Mm. 6 of Pentacles, you have the reciprocation coming in here. Reciprocation, reciprocal energy. It's what I'm getting here is that you're doing it to yourself, someone else does it to you, and you're like, ouch, you did that to me. It's no worse than you're doing to yourself. It's reciprocal energy. You do it to yourself, someone else does it to you. You would never do it to someone else, but that's not what comes back to us. It's not the energy that we're giving out to everyone else that comes back to us. It's the energy that we're giving to ourselves that comes back to us. It's the way we're treating ourselves that comes back to us. Okay, so tell us more for Leo then. What is this Knight of Wands doing here? It's an exciting movement forward. It's got a sting to it though, doesn't it? So it's about your stability and it's about your success. And Ace of Voices, it's an exciting new beginning. It's something an idea that you've had, or so it's definitely something that you want to do here. So that's really good. I mean, yeah, I'm focusing on that thing that I picked up at the start here, which you've got something exciting happening here that you want to, is a hell yes. The Knight of Wands is a hell yes kind of an energy, because it's going to be successful for you. You've had an idea of something, you're taking action on it, it's going to be successful, it's going to bring in stability, and it's great. This is really great energy. But there you've got this undermining energy here of this other people being able to poke at you, even when things are going well for you, when you're doing this creation of light, and you're vulnerable to that. You're vulnerable to it because of your self-talk, because of, so someone could turn around to you and say, oh, like this could be a promotion, say. If it's a promotion, you might call your mum and tell her about it, and she might say, what, I've chosen you for that? Something that's really cutting, and then you're like, ouch, mum. It's something like that. Something embarrasses you, because it makes you feel vulnerable, but you're only vulnerable to it because you believe that yourself. But this is a good thing. Duality. It's a good thing, but there's a kick to it. There's a sting to it. It's got duality there. It's a good thing. Can't you just celebrate for me? Well, that's what you might be saying to the people around you. Can't you just be happy for me? This is a really good thing. They are mirroring what you're doing inside of yourself. See it as that sign. So the universe is trying to get you out of this choppy waters here, the Six of Swords. It's trying to help you out here and show you how you are hobbling yourself in a way. It's trying to give you a path out of that, the Three of Inspiration, to help you. That both Six of Swords and Three of Inspiration is about that. It's about a path, a new path, a different way of doing things. And it always comes from an inner place of self-love and being happy in ourselves and accepting ourselves first. We can't even start to have other people do that for us until we do it ourselves. Now, once you've got that stability in yourself and you're not doing that negative inner talk anymore, your mum's still going to be your mum. She's still going to be negative about it, right? But it's not going to bother you anymore when she is. It's just not going to affect you, because you'll have integrated the confidence, integrated you're your own cheerleader. You don't need someone else to be your cheerleader. And if they're not your cheerleader, you're going to have a completely different reaction to them. So the Five of Swords, this chaos, confusion, is a battle. It's chaos and conflict, really. Again, Six of Swords, Six of Voices, the universe trying to help you out of this. The universe is trying to help you heal here from an internal dialogue. And that example that I gave, that you call your mum about the promotion, might not be too far from the truth here. You could have that inner critic dialogue because of a parent that was a critic to you, because our ego minds, our fearful minds, that inner dialogue tends to take up where someone left off. someone negative in our lives, it becomes our inner voice, right? It might even have their accent and their voice in our minds too. The universe is trying to help you out here, slow but steady in truth, to finding your truth and to being in your truth instead of constantly being knocked around by other people in your past here. Slow but steady, that path. You've got a path. You're being led out here. That's 3 cards here of the universe trying to help you out of this vulnerability that you've been in for so long as well, possibly your whole life. So reciprocity energy, people are mirroring you, and you've got to notice that. Watch and listen carefully. You've got to notice that people are mirroring you. It's what you're doing to yourself. 6 of Pentacles. And so if you have been like, why am I not getting reciprocity back? Why aren't people giving me as much as I give to them? They are giving you what you give to yourself, not what you give to them. So you can love someone else as much as you like and wish them to love you. But if you've not got the self-love for yourself, they're only going to mirror that. They're going to mirror the lack of self-love that you've got. It's not what you're giving out to other people that you get back. It's what you're giving to yourself that you get back. And it's very important to recognize that. And so this, the reciprocity. So you can push people away all you like if they're being mean to you, but the sun, that bliss and happiness is only going to last when you find it within yourself, when you've got it within yourself. So in other words, you can react to everything that's going on out on the outside of you. You can block your mom, never call her again. You can quit that job or tell your boss where to go. You can get rid of those friends that aren't supportive to you, but it's never going to last. That change is never going to last. You're not going to get the reciprocation until you find the self-love. So you can push it away all you like, but it's not going to last. You have to find it from within. So it's a bit of a test this week on that. Well, it's not a test. It's the universe trying to help you to get to that point, to heal yourself. This card wants to come out. No, it's a home card, but Ascension. So it wants you to raise your vibration. And it's all about inner talk. It's changing your inner talk. Okay, what's going on in your love life? What's going on in the love lives of Leo this week? Okay. Let go of control issues and retreat now. So, back to what I was saying before of that example of your mum. Now, I don't know if it's your mum that has been that negative thing. That's just an example. But if you had, say, a controlling dad and a negative mum, or the opposite way around, you might be getting into relationships now and keeping that energy within you. In other words, choosing the same kind of relationships and trying to manage them, control them, or retreat from them, push them away. So you might have been in controlling a relationship that you need to control after a relationship that you need to control, one after another, and then pushing it away because it's always about them. This reading is saying that this week you've got this opportunity to see how you're doing it, what it is that you're doing to yourself, the self-talk that you're giving yourself. There's a repeat of probably a parent, because it feels like you're recreating a parent's relationship here with control issues. And it's almost like you need to retreat from the whole thing, not just from each individual, but you need to retreat from the whole game and take a look at yourself and go, okay, how am I recreating this? What is that inner talk that I've got, which is the same? And it's a shock when you find it, because you think that you're doing things differently than your parents. And when you find out, it's like, God, they must have had this same thing going on inside of them. And I'm doing the exact same thing as them. It's that kind of an energy. And so let go of control, retreat from the whole thing to gain clarity on it, because the universe wants to help you out of this pattern. It wants you to help you out of this pattern so that you don't recreate it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Tell us more for Leo. Tell us more for Leo. Why are you getting so many cards, Leo? Tell us more for Leo. Just one or two. I said one and one fell out, and I said or two and two fell out. These were the two of the three. Okay. Your commitment's being tested. It's time for healing. It's time for healing. It's got it written all over this reading. It's time to heal yourself now. But your commitment is being tested. What commitment to? Not commitment to relationships or work or anything. Commitment to yourself. Commitment to yourself, loving yourself and being kind to yourself and being empathetic to yourself, and yeah, that's the commitment that's being tested here. You got joy and release here. It's going to be such a relief when you get off this treadmill that you've been on. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. So this is the universe trying to help you out of these negative energies now, for you to release them and find this joy. It's the same thing. It's the five of materials along with the sun again. You delight in the love of life and bring spirit of fun to all that you do. So with this release, you've got a lot of positive, joyful energy coming to you. The end of that hardship. What else do Leos need to know about? I like you. Someone likes you. And the Phoenix. Wow. Transformation. Big time. New phase in your whole life here. Yeah, someone likes you. I don't know if you're going through this big transition, if it's someone that's been attracted to you in the past, I wouldn't go there. You know, whenever we meet someone, that's the energy that we were in when they were attracted to us. Ask yourself, what energy was I in when when I was first attracted to them, when they were first attracted to me? Because when you're going through a big shift like this, I would be inclined to just move forward from there and then see who you attract from that change in energy. Do you know what I mean? Leo, what else do Leo need to know about this week? What else for Leo this week? The storyteller. Quite a story that you're telling. The story of your life. This is where it all changes. It's a new chapter being written by yourself now. So you've got the opportunity for a new chapter, a complete change in your circumstances and the way that things have been playing out in your life through finding that self-love and changing that self-talk now. Perfect timing for that too. Divine timing for that. Might have been wishing for this change for a long time. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing. Divine timing for all of this, for this change here. So, in other words, don't start beating yourself up for having beaten yourself up in the past. Don't give yourself negative self-talk about negative self-talk. Or about only figuring this out until now, because that is the same pattern. Yeah. What else? Be gentle with yourself here. Further, bring a gentle touch is what I got here. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. I wasn't getting that. I was getting you need to be gentle with yourself. Bring a gentle touch, light as a feather. Be gentle with yourself now. Of course, that's the antidote to this harsh self-talk, isn't it? You got not unsuccessful plans. So the way that you've been doing things isn't going to work. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. That's what it is, a fresh start with different self-talk. There you have it, Leo. That's your week. Now, if you've got any insight on this, let other Leos know. Let your Leo brother and sisters know about that, because if you're struggling through all of this, you can all help each other out by sharing what you know, how far you've come, what you did, how you changed your mind, how you got yourself out of that negative self-talk. Help your brothers and sisters, your Leo brothers and sisters out there in the comments. If you need some help, go to those comments and see what other people have written. It could give you that aha that makes it really easy for you. Yeah, and while you're down there, don't forget to click on that like button and that subscribe button along with that notification bell as well to hear more from me. Have the best week ever, and I will see you tomorrow in the Daily Energy Update. Bye.